Hi Cancer, welcome back. I am back. This is your full moon in Aquarius reading for August 1st, 2023. Full moons close out cycles. This is a very interesting month. So the month begins on August 1st, where the new moon is in Aquarius. Now, the frequency of August 1st, 2023 is 7, and Uranus is the seventh planet from the sun, and Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, which is where our full moon is located. And Uranus is a disruptive planet, but it's honest and it's unpredictable. It's unique. There's a uniqueness to it. So I think it's going to be a bit of a strange month. You have the strange card to begin with, which is the moon. That always makes things a little bit weird, right? It pulls things up from the subconscious. It's your intuition. It can be secrets, the dream world, your instinct. Things may be or feel like they're hidden, and cycles, right? The moon are cycles, and this particular full moon is, well, all full moons close out cycles. So the moon is definitely prevalent here with you. This could be have a big effect on you as you have this as a theme for your next 2 weeks to a month. There's going to be some planets in retrograde, 4 to 6 at any given time. So that kind of brings things to a halt, or creates delays. And that can be a little bit disconcerting, and it can leave us feeling like we don't see things clearly, especially with the moon, okay? Or there's hidden aspects, or yeah, this card gives you a no answer. It's not my no, but I'm just giving it to you because that's what it says on the card. But there you go. Your intuition can be quite sharp. Cancer just is psychic anyway, so it could be extra sharp, and maybe that's what's going to help you move through this month, right? Maybe our intellect can be somewhat clogged, or yeah, there's a lot of retrogrades, so we just won't see things clearly. But your intuition can probably pull you through, and your psychic energy. So let's see what's being closed out here. You have the Sun card. You have the sun and the moon. You have electromagnetic energy. So that's really nice. The solar energy is a very masculine energy, meaning that it's your solar plexus, it's outgoing, it's electric, right? This is a situation where you might be in society, the center of attention. You might be in the sun a lot. There can be a lot of heat. Certainly temperatures are high at this moment. The sun is doing strange things right now. I've read and listened to quite a few things that are happening where the sun is concerned. And that does things to us as well as the lunar, right? As well as the moon, which is more receptive. And so you have that outgoing energy and you have the more receptive energy, which is quite nice. It probably balances you out more than most people. This is a very social card. You may be healing from something. There can be illumination, and that's good where the moon is concerned, because these are hidden things, right? These are things that we don't see, or they just feel like non-tangible. We can't quite put our finger on it, but the sun is illuminating something for you. This is a rebirth of sorts. It's a youthful feeling. Nothing can diminish the energy of the sun. It's a wonderful card. And again, you have, okay, so this is like multitasking, right? And you have the energy for it here. This is juggling situations. It can bring some emotional weirdness with it, as the moon might. But this is dealing with situations with a light heart. Juggling is a fun activity, so you are being asked to deal with things with a light heart, and I see that here with the sun. There's happiness, there's joy. You might be on holiday, relaxing, because the sun is a very healing card, but you may have to be juggling a few things, so maybe you're on a working holiday, something like that. You could be juggling finances, and that can also be, you know, moving money around to go on a little holiday, a weekend away, that kind of thing. Um, and I will say this is a very sexual card. So I'll leave it at that, just so you know that. If you are on holiday, there might be a couple of people you're juggling. You might meet a few people. But again, the sun is very social and you're in the spotlight. So there can be quite a few people who find you attractive. That's very possible here. Water seems to be prevalent. Water is really coming out for me. So maybe you're going on a cruise. Maybe you are boating, sailing, that kind of thing. And you might have to deal with weather. Okay? We'll look more into that in a minute. You have the Knight of Pentacles, wonderful, wonderful card. That is you giving a firm offer to someone or something. There may be some procrastination, which would make sense during this period because of the planets that are going retrograde during the month. But this is timing. Timing is everything here, and timing can be, you want it to be within the time of summer. But there can be some procrastination, or maybe you're feeling that the timing is off. And again, feeling here with the Moon card is kind of what I'm going with this card. But the Knight of Pentacles knows timing, so you can be intuitively understanding what is the right time for you. Five of Pentacles, yeah, see, that brings instability. And again, you have this thing of juggling finances or your physical health or tasks, multitasking. But here you also have that instability with the Five of Pentacles. Now, these are challenges that we face together, so there may be somebody who is in need of your help, or you may be receiving help on a financial level, on a health level, but there are people who feel like they're left out, or this is lack mentality. But this is your situation, and I think it's quite contradictory, even though we are kind of juggling things here. The Knight of Pentacles has something wonderful to offer. You may find difficulty, you may be finding it difficult to find the right people or company or opportunity for you to offer what you have to give. Or there can be a lot of situations where people aren't looking. If you're looking for a job and you're offering your expertise, there can be a lot of places that are laying off people. That kind of scenario. Okay, as an outcome, you have the World card. This is, again, this can be world events. It can be graduation. So this is the graduation card. It can be travel. I do feel travel here. And it might be stop and go. You might get to like let's say you are taking a trip where you're touring something and you get going and it's a lot of fun, but you can run into some situations or some instability or some health situations where you may have to stop, or it doesn't go any further. It's that kind of energy. Mercury is going to go into retrograde, so you do want to be mindful when traveling, and just keep your eye on the schedules and things that are happening. Also, weather-wise. But the world is moving to the next level. You are being put into sort of a protective spiritual box when the world appears. She's in this sort of box, but you have laurels here. Your laurels. You're in the center of your laurel leaf, or wreath rather. The magician carries one wand, and you've graduated to a level where you have two. So there's more balance here. But this means that you're going on to the next phase of a situation, but there are small things that you kind of have to do before you move on to that next phase. It's just little things that you have to do. But again, this pretends travel for me. This really speaks to travel for me. And maybe you are out traveling and there can be some minor setbacks, physically or financially. So I would also say here, watch your wallet. And careful what you eat. Yeah, see the Ten of Swords. So it really does feel like you're going along quite well, and then all of a sudden. But this has been the theme for for everybody that I've read for since, and I think that has something to do with surprises that Uranus kind of comes out with, things that are unpredictable. That Ten of Swords is the end of a situation. It's the end of a difficult mental situation. But when I see these together, there could be some physical setbacks that you might have, and mental. Like you could be exhausted after your travel and you might need a vacation from your vacation kind of situation. 10 again is the end of a cycle, the beginning of something else simultaneously. And your perception is really important here, because with that 10 of Swords, is the sun setting or is it rising? We're kind of looking for peace of mind where this card is concerned. But it is the end of a situation, and it's the end of a difficult situation. And again, when I have this card with it, there can be some physical and mental situation where, I mean, this can also be physical pain. So do be careful if you're out on holiday. But like I said, it could just be that you need a vacation from your vacation. It could have been a tiring thing, that kind of energy. If it is financial, though, you are moving on to a new situation here. Maybe you can't find what it is you're looking for in the company that you're working with, or with the project and people that you're working with, because of their mentality. Or your mentality can just be like, I'm finished with this scenario, and trying to keep all the balls up in the air and juggling situations. And so I'm moving on. Because you're done. This is stick a fork in me, I'm done kind of energy. All right, let's get some specifics here. Let's go with the Sun and the Two of Pentacles. Clarify that for me. Nice. Okay, this is a luxury trip maybe, or you are saving money for a luxury item. This is wealth. But this is a strong, independent person. So it's probably through your own hard work that you've accumulated this. And it can be like moving finances from one situation to another, and that can have something to do with world events as well. But it can also be traveling, right? We're traveling, and so we could be moving house even, moving to a different part of the world. And it just seems like if you're doing it this month, you may run into some snags. I'll put it that way. Or like your luggage gets lost, or, things break in the move, that kind of thing. But this is very luxurious, this Nine of Pentacles. It's craftsmanship, and it is the appreciation of craftsmanship. It's also inheritance. Okay, fire signs definitely come up throughout all of these readings so far. The King of Wands is my Aries card. This is you and how you're behaving. This can be a managerial position. So these can be people that are, if you're working with them or you have something to offer them, they are not, there's instability there. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're calling in sick. And it kind of leaves you in a precarious situation, or kind of leaves you where you have to wait the situation out, that kind of energy. The King of Wands is a managerial type of energy. Not the CEO, but great managers. If it's an adventure that you're heading out towards, like I said, you can run into possible snags or situations that cause some instability. Yeah, the Emperor card. This is somebody in authority, And so if this is world events, there can be people in authority that are at the end of their scenario, I would say. But again, this matches up very similar. This is very authoritative energy. Both the King of Wands and the Emperor card are people in authority. The Emperor can rule with an iron fist, or he can make rules for the good of everyone. And that Ten of Swords is telling me that there's something coming to an end and some mental difficulties where an authority figure is concerned. Now, this can be father energy. So if you're going to visit family, you might be exhausted by the time you get there. Kids can play up, right? This is the Sun card, so if you have children, they can play up, or they can be exhausting, that kind of thing. I'm going to pull one more card for that. Well, I think this has been in every reading so far. It's the Hanged Man. Things are not in our hands right now. There's a greater hand steering the ship. And so in the time where we have to wait, right, this sort of procrastination card, or waiting, holding back, waiting for the proper time, there are things that we can learn. There is illumination, again, reiterated here with the Sun and the Hanged Man. And if you wait and you wait with faith, you get what you want. So this can even be you're offering yourself as a manager or a position of power or a position of leadership role, and it's just not the right timing. But if you wait and you wait with faith, you get what you want. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. The Tower card. Okay, unexpected. That's Uranus, right? Unpredictable, the unexpected, things that break and snag that you were like not expecting to. This is so that whatever was shaky or whatever was not built on solid ground will fall. This can be a release from you somehow, like you're up in the tower, there was no way out, and the only way you could have gotten out from under this situation was an act of God, and that's the Tower card. So it is a blessing in disguise. It can be unpredictable, and but inevitably it helps you to build your situation on solid ground, which is the Emperor card, right? He is the number 4, so that's a good solid base on which to rebuild. Definitely unexpected things happening for everybody across the board so far. So I wish you a lot of luck. Be vigilant out there, especially if you're traveling. Mind yourself and your environment. Take extra special precaution if you are traveling. Make sure you check schedules and you're on time and catch buses and etc., that kind of thing. But you also have some good cards in here. And I think, like I said, with the Hanged Man, if you wait with faith, you get what you want. That's what that card says. But there is a different perspective that is necessary with the Hanged Man. Okay, good luck. I will be back in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. And thank you for listening. It's really appreciated. Take good care. Bye.